1. CoreWeave buys Core Scientific. $9 billion crypto to AI mega deal explained. 2. CoreWeave's $9 billion acquisition of Core Scientific. What it means for AI. 3. Crypto Week Update. House preps, Core Scientific tumbles, and Bit Digital ditches Bitcoin. 1. CoreWeave buys Core Scientific. $9 billion crypto to AI mega deal explained. Imagine a world where groundbreaking AI innovations are stifled by the very resources needed to power them. That's the high-stakes game unfolding in the tech industry today, where demand for AI infrastructure is soaring. But here's where it gets controversial. CoreWeave, a leading cloud computing firm backed by Nvidia, is set to buy Core Scientific, a major crypto mining firm, for a staggering $9 billion in an all-stock deal. This move isn't just about acquiring assets. It's about securing the energy and data center capacity that AI companies desperately need to meet the exploding demand for their services. But what does this mean for the future of AI and crypto mining? And this is the part most people miss. The deal will wipe out over $10 billion in future lease overheads for CoreWeave, a financial boon that could set a precedent for similar acquisitions. As the dust settles, we're left with a thought-provoking question. Is this the beginning of a new era for AI and crypto, or just a short-term fix for a much bigger problem? Join the conversation and share your thoughts in the comments below. 2. CoreWeave's $9 billion acquisition of Core Scientific. What it means for AI. In a significant move that shakes up the tech industry, cloud infrastructure giant CoreWeave has announced its intention to acquire Core Scientific, a leading data center infrastructure provider, in an all-stock deal valued at roughly $9 billion. This merger could redefine the landscape of cloud computing and AI services, but not everyone is convinced it's a slam dunk. CoreWeave, known for its focus on artificial intelligence, made the announcement on Monday. The news came as a surprise to some, as CoreWeave stock dipped 3%, while Core Scientific's shares plummeted nearly 18%. However, this wasn't the first time the markets reacted strongly to rumors of a potential deal. Back in June, shares of both companies surged after the Wall Street Journal reported that acquisition talks were underway. CoreWeave CEO Mike Intrator addressed the market's reaction during an interview with CNBC, saying, "It takes the market some time to internalize the value proposition that we are representing to the market and how it all fits together." In a detailed investor presentation, CoreWeave outlined the strategic benefits of the acquisition, including the elimination of $10 billion in future lease obligations and a significant boost in operational efficiency. One of the key points highlighted by Intrator is the cost savings. "We're not paying rent for the next 15 years, he noted. The transaction, expected to close in the fourth quarter of 2025, is subject to regulatory and shareholder approval. The deal significantly enhances CoreWeave's access to power and real estate. With the acquisition, CoreWeave will gain ownership of 1.3 gigawatts of gross capacity across Core Scientific's U.S. data center footprint, with an additional gigawatt available for future expansion. Nitin Agrawal, CoreWeave's finance chief, explained during a call with analysts that 840 megawatts of this capacity are already allocated to CoreWeave's contracts at 5 different locations. Post-acquisition, CoreWeave will have the option to divest Core Scientific's cryptocurrency mining business, which currently accounts for 89% of Core Scientific's first-quarter revenue. Alternatively, the company can repurpose the mining facilities to handle AI workloads. "We have gone through the conversion process," Intrator stated, adding that CoreWeave is currently upgrading these sites in collaboration with Galaxy Digital. The cost of converting these cryptocurrency sites is notably lower than setting up new AI data centers. Moreover, the acquisition opens up opportunities for CoreWeave to attract investments from infrastructure-focused funds, potentially lowering its cost of capital. As of March 31st, CoreWeave's weighted average rate on its short-term debt stood at 10.1%. Core Scientific, which emerged from bankruptcy and relisted on the Nasdaq in 2024, has been shifting its focus to high-performance compute workloads. The company, which employs over 300 people, has been working with CoreWeave since 2018. CoreWeave itself went public in March, and despite Monday's pullback, its shares are now worth 4 times their value when the company was preparing to join the Nasdaq. When CoreWeave first ventured into AI infrastructure, Some critics argued that the company should build its own data centers. However, Intrader acknowledged that this would have been a tough sell to investors. Now, as a public company with nearly $1 billion in quarterly revenue and a diverse investor base, CoreWeave is actively constructing its own data centers, alongside its competition with major cloud infrastructure providers like Amazon Web Services. Hyperscalers often build some of their infrastructure themselves and rely on third parties for others. There are good reasons for this approach, and those same reasons apply to us, Intrader explained. Under the terms of the deal, Core Scientific shareholders will receive 0.1235 CoreWeave shares for each share they hold, implying a $20.40 per share valuation and a 66% premium to Core Scientific's pre-deal stock price. After the deal closes, Core Scientific shareholders will own less than 10% of the combined company. Interestingly, the two companies could have merged earlier. Last year, Core Scientific rejected an unsolicited offer from CoreWeave to buy all outstanding shares. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this acquisition a strategic masterstroke or a risky bet? What do you think? Will this deal pay off for CoreWeave, or is it overreaching? Share your thoughts in the comments below. 3. Crypto Week Update. House preps, Core Scientific tumbles, and Bit Digital ditches Bitcoin. Imagine waking up to a world where the value of your digital currency could skyrocket or plummet in a single week. Welcome to the thrilling, unpredictable realm of cryptocurrency. As we gear up for what's being dubbed Crypto Week, the landscape is already shifting dramatically. Core Scientific, a major player in the crypto mining sector, has seen a significant downturn, while Bit Digital has made a surprising move by stepping away from Bitcoin. But here's where it gets controversial. Should companies be so quick to abandon ship when the going gets tough? Or is this a strategic pivot that will pay off in the long run? Before we dive into the details, let's set the stage. The information you're about to read is purely for educational purposes. It's not a recommendation to buy or sell any securities. Think of it as a friendly guide to help you navigate the complex world of investments. We've gathered data from sources we believe are reliable, but remember, even the most trusted sources can sometimes get it wrong. Historical performance? It's just that, history. It doesn't guarantee future success. And yes, the authors might own some of the stocks they talk about. We're all in this together, learning and growing. Now, let's talk about the nitty-gritty. The data you see here is live, courtesy of Nasdaq's last sale. But here's the part most people miss. Not all markets are represented in these real-time quotes. Ownership data comes from LSEG, and estimate data is provided by FactSet. It's a lot to take in, but we're here to help you make sense of it all. And this is the part where we need to be clear. We don't endorse any specific investment strategies or securities. Information can change faster than you can say blockchain, so always stay informed. For the full scoop on how to use our services, check out our terms of use. It's like the rulebook for our platform, and it's essential reading. Lastly, let's talk trademarks. IBD, IBD Digital, IBD Live, IBD Weekly, Investors Business Daily, Leaderboard, Market DM, Market Surge. These are all trademarks owned by Investors Business Daily, LLC. We've worked hard to build our brand, and we're proud of it. So, what do you think? Are you ready to dive into the world of crypto, or are you still on the fence? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Are you bullish or bearish on the current market trends? Let's start a conversation and learn from each other.